All right, guys, I know you're excited. Any questions before we get started? Let's go. Let me have you stand. We're going to go behind our chairs. Let's rock and roll. We're going to go through some assessments. These assessments are to determine where you are on that balance spectrum. This is a fitness class targeted at your balance. During these assessments, we're going to hold each one for 15 seconds. Once you get comfortable, if you can let go of your chair if you feel comfortable and confident. You don't have to. If you touch that chair 2 or more times to reorient yourself or to help yourself rebalance, 2 or more times, 2 more touches, you're in the right place. You're a fall risk, okay? So let's go through these 4 assessments. Feet, chair leg width apart, knees slightly bent, core tight, chest up, chin up, hands on your chair. Close your eyes. Once you get your bearings, if you can, let go. Just lift your hands an inch or 2 above that chair. That's it. Very good. Holding steady, splitting the weight 50-50. 15 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Very good. Now let's move our feet close together. Now this one may catch a few of you off guard, may not. We're going to go feet as close together as we can get them. Again, knees slightly bent, hands on the chair, core tight. Close your eyes. Once you get your bearings, if you can, if you feel comfortable and confident, raise your hands an inch or 2 above that chair. Very good. If you feel a little wobbly, it's okay to use 1 or 2 fingers to touch. 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. Let's turn. We're going to face this direction. We're going to test your single leg balance this morning, okay? We're going to do it 2 different ways. Eyes open and eyes closed. First round, eyes are open. So, hand on the chair. We're finding a focal point on the wall to stare at and focus. We're going to shift our weight to the right foot. We're going to bring our left foot up into the air, and time begins now. 15 seconds. Very good. Once you get your bearings, if you can move to 1 or 2 fingers or even let your hand hover. Good. Very good. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good, good, good. Now, second round, we're going to close our eyes, okay? Remember when we had our eyes closed with the feet close together? Remember that. This is going to be really difficult, so listen to the verbal cues. A little bit different than the previous. Chest up, chin up. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Now, here's the difference. Your left heel is coming up into the air. Your toes are on the ground. Left heel only. There you go. Knees slightly bent. Hand on the chair. Close your eyes. There you go. Now, if you're swaying like a tree in the wind, stay right here. If you have the confidence and the ability, go ahead and bring that left foot up into the air. You don't have to. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. That always surprises people, how much your vision plays a role in your balance. Yeah. Let's turn. We're going to do the same thing on the left foot. First round, our eyes are open, so locating that focal point, shifting our weight to our left foot, bringing the right foot up into the air. Time begins now, 15 seconds. Eyes are open, and if you can move to 1 or 2 fingers or even let go altogether. Good. Got a class of all-stars today. 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Now closing our eyes, okay? Remember the verbal cues here. Shifting the weight to the left foot. Here's the difference. Right heel in the air only. Hand on the chair, close your eyes. Get your bearings. Again, if you're swaying like a tree in the wind, you're unstable, stay right here. If you can, bring that right foot up into the air. But remember, you do not have to. 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. Go ahead, have a seat for me. Grab a shot of water if you have it. I want to encourage everyone to drink water. Does anyone know how much water you should have in a day?
8 glasses.
8 glasses, that's right. It's about 64 ounces. Or half of your body weight in ounces is a good rule of thumb. So as we age, from the ages of 30 to 80, our bodies, we hold about 20% less water from the ages 30 to the age 80. That is a lot. That is a lot. All right, catch your breath. Strength, posture, flexibility, and balance. That's what 4 pillars make up Balance University. Leg strength is gold. All right, we want to make sure we protect that. If you don't have leg strength, you can't do anything. You can't do cardiovascular exercise. You can't do anything to help your circulatory system. Plus, I'm sure you've noticed, gravity pulls things down your digestive tract, right? As we walk and move around, that circulation pushes that digestive system through. So let me have you stand. We're going to work in our strength pillar. We're going to stand right in front of our chair. We're going to sit down today in slow motion, all right? You guys are familiar with the plop and the plop. So no plop zone, all right? So we're going to sit down. We're going to take 4 seconds to do so. If you get tired or fatigued, go down as far as you can, hold there, and then join us as we come up, okay? Make it work for you. We're going to try to do somewhere between 8 and 10. Feet chair leg width apart, all right? Knees slightly bent, core tight. You can either put your hands on your hips or in front of you. I like mine in front of me. It's whatever you'd like. First movement, bottom goes out. Ready? 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand up. Good. 4, weight on your heels. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we're driving through our heels, coming up nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we're up. You guys are doing a good job keeping your knees over your toes, not letting them cave in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we're up. Anybody know what number we're on? Good. That was 2. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. We're going to do 2 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one for good luck. Here we go. 4, 3, hold, 2, hold it, 1. We were just waiting on you. Good. So you feel your legs working a little bit, all right? So I want you to sit back in your chair a little bit, nice and tall, back away from the chair. We're going to take our legs, bring them up into the air. All right, if that's really hard for you, we'll just do one at a time. It's okay to hold on. I want you to extend your feet out in front of you, pull your toes back, flex your quads, and then you're in. And 2, good. Keeping your feet in the air the entire time. 3, good. And 4, and 5, squeeze. And 6, that's it. 7, core tight. 8, 9, can we get to 12? 10, 11, all right, here we go, 12, hold it there, ready, and we're fluttering. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, move your feet a little bit, get that blood going. I'm gonna give you a few seconds here to recover, not many. We're gonna do those 2 exercises again, okay? Any questions? Good, feel your legs working? Good, good, good. Okay, and we're up. Feet, chair leg width apart. Again, sitting in slow motion, all right? Make it work for you. If you get tired or fatigued, it's okay to take a break. Bottom out, that shifts the weight to our heels. And 4, 3, 2, nice and slow. Good, and we're up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I bet we could do 100 of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it, and we're up. We're going to do 4 more. 4, slow, 3, good, 2, and 1. Good. Driving through your heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. All right, we're going to hold it now. 4, 3, pause right there. Let me see you smile. 2, 1. Good, good, good. Sitting nice and tall in that chair. Okay, again, not allowing your back to hit the back of the chair, rest on the back of the chair. Feet are coming up off the floor. It's okay to hold on. We're going to extend the legs out, pull the toes back, flex the quads, and you're in. 2, good. 3, don't rush it. 4, good. 5, 6, good. Core tight. 7, 8, 9, going to go to 12, 10, 11, last one we're going to hold, 12, ready, and we're fluttering. 99, 98, 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, move your feet, get the blood going, and rest. Go ahead, grab some water. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break. Any questions? Everyone good? Okay. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. All right, we're going to let that heart rate come down. So one thing we're going to talk about in this 3-part series, so we'll do 3 classes, take a break, and then do 3 classes. And so this is actually class 210. So it's a big deal. We started about 4 or 5 years ago in COVID. One of the things that my business, my practice has morphed into is dealing with a lot of folks with Parkinson's and other neurological diseases. How many of you have known or have heard about the impacts or testing or research being done on nicotine and its impacts in Parkinson's disease? It's taking place. So I've looked at it on a surface level, and not next week, but probably, or maybe next week. Maybe I'll do this over the weekend or something. I'll video it, and we'll do nicotine and Parkinson's. But right now, the research is most people who smoke, they do not get Parkinson's. So does that mean I have to start smoking when I get diagnosed? That's what scientists are trying to figure out. It's really interesting. A lot of folks have gone with the patch, but the patch doesn't seem, at least in early research and early studies, doesn't seem to have the same effect as the smoking, the nicotine. So interesting. Yeah, we'll see.
It's good for tobacco stocks.
Yes. They needed a break, right?
There is a Parkinson's Association in Naples that they may be able to give you some resources.
I just did a lecture for those guys last month, but that is a good idea, Kathleen. Yeah, I'll reach out. In fact, my son's girlfriend volunteers at the Parkinson's Association, so we've got an in.
They're good people.
Yeah, very good. Sally Watts and those guys do a great job. Strength, posture, flexibility, and balance. Let's hit the posture part. That's important. Posture helps us maintain that center of mass, which keeps us nice, upright, and erect. That is the definition of balance. Poor posture leads to increased fall risks. So here's what we're going to do to remedy that. I'm going to have you stand. And when I say strength, posture, flexibility, and balance, these exercises are specifically targeted at those different pillars. However, they can cross boundaries, right? We're going to get some leg strength, some leg work here in this one, as well as posture work. Feet chair leg width apart. Core tight. Hands are going up, palms facing one another. We're going to pull that belly button in. I don't want those bellies hanging out there. We're going to stick our bottom out, and we're going to squat down. Now we're going to hold. Your arms are going to want to go forward. I want you to push them back. Try to get your biceps even with your ears. That's it. Drive through your heels and stand. Perfect. And 2. Down, hold, push back. 3, 2, and we're up on 1. And 3. Weight should be on your heels. 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, good. 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1. Going to go to 8. 6, push back. Really reach high. 3, 2, 1. Good. 7, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 8, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Stay standing if you can. Yes, very good. So, definitely going to feel that in the shoulders. Most of you will feel that in your lower back. All right. Working through the core, strengthening the posture, and lengthening the muscles in the front are going to help us open those shoulders up, open that diaphragm. And the muscle that we're creating in the back is going to act as anchors to pull those shoulders back, okay? Catch your breath. Feet are going a little more narrow. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Now, we don't do this often, but I thought you guys would enjoy this today. So we're going to take our arms in front of us, just like so. Now, I want to keep my wrists above my elbows. My upper arm is parallel to the ground, not less. And I want my forearms parallel to one another. Exactly. Yeah, don't let those elbows kick out. Now, here's the easy part. We're going to go up, core tight. I want you to reach for the sky, push back, again, trying to get the biceps even with the ears. Now, here's the hard part. Ready? When we come down, I don't want to come down with my elbows out. I want to maintain parallel. Ready? So I'm going to turn my hands a little bit, push my elbows in, and down. You got it. And 2, going up, reaching, pushing back, and down. Push those elbows together. Beautiful. 3, up, push back, and down. That's it. 4, reach, core tight, and down. Don't lock your knees. 5, good, push, and down. 6, that's it, and down. Push those elbows together. 7, push back and down. 3 more. 8, and down. 9, reach, and down. Last one, 10, up and down. Whoo! Whose idea was that? Man, take a break, have a seat. I'm going to give you 30 seconds here. That one will sneak up on you. And for those that are still golfing or playing tennis or pickleball, this will help you put some velocity on that ball.
Did you watch pickleball?
Pickleball?
Did you watch it on TV?
I didn't. No, I know Agassi was in town, and so there was somebody else that came.
Linda,
Oh, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yvonne Linda.
Yeah. Making their pickleball debut. I was watching this video. You know how you get sucked in sometimes on your phone, and that's what happened. I was going down the wormhole, and I come across this video of this guy serving pickleball, and he's playing doubles, and I'm assuming it's his wife or his girlfriend, but he hits her in the back. And so she turns around, and there's no volume, but you see her throw her hands up, and he's like, sorry. So then the next clip, he's up to the net, and she's serving, and she didn't even try to hit the ball over the net. She aimed right at him, hits him right in the back, and he's all dramatic, but it was funny. All right. Ready? How are those shoulders feeling? Good. We're going to do that one more time. Again, make it work for you guys. If you get tired, a little fatigued, take a break, all right? Let's stand. Feet chair leg width apart. I like that shirt, Martha. For those of you that are new to class, my mother takes this class. She's in Texas. And my father will come in from his bus route. And I've been working for over a year trying to get him to take the class because he can. He's available, but he's not doing it. So I'm trying to shame him into taking it. Feet chair leg width apart. Core tight, knees slightly bent, hands up. First movement, bottom goes out. All right, and we're down. Weight should be on your heels. Don't let those arms go forward. 3, 2, up on 1. Good. And 2. 3, 2, 1. Good. And 3. Good. 3, 2, 1. That's it. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing a good job, not letting the knees cave in. 5, 3, 2, good, 1. And 6, push back, 3, keep those shoulders down, 2, 1. 2 more, 7, 3, 2, 1, good, 8, last one, 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. 10 seconds of recovery. Well done. You guys got me sweating this morning. Man. Okay. This is the hard part. Once this is behind us, we're done.
Why is it that I'm not sweating and you are?
That's a good question. Maybe we need to switch spots. I'm a sweater. I am. My motor runs hot. Okay, narrow those bases. There you go. No.
Make her do more reps.
Yeah. There may be a mutiny. Okay, feet, knees slightly bent, arms in front of us. Okay, everything parallel, elbows, and we're up. Pull that belly button in, push back, biceps by the ears and down. Push them in. You got it. May have to turn those hands in. 2, up, push back, and we're down. Turn those hands. That's it. 3, going up. Keep the shoulders down, keep the head back and down. 4, push and down. 5, that's it. Good, and push those elbows together. 6, back and down. Good. 7, push, 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 and down. Watching you, Steve. 7, good. And down, very good. 8, push, push, and down. 2 more, hang in there. 9, push back and down. Oh my goodness. 10, push, push, and down. Rest, have a seat, guys. Water if you have it. Whew, you know that's tough if I'm hurting. Maybe not. All right. Any questions? No? Everybody good? Okay, going to give you about 60 seconds here. All right. Strength, posture, flexibility, and balance. Flexibility, very important. As we age, things change, right? And so one of those changes is our muscles. We start to get overactive muscles and underactive muscles. And why is that? Well, it could be because of injury. It could be because of repetitive motions like typing, and you develop carpal tunnel. And so there are all sorts of injuries that can come along with repetitive motions. What we're going to do here is not only undo the damage from repetitive motions, but the damage to sitting, the damage that sitting does. Sitting is the new smoking, okay? And going back to the first part of class talking about moving, and if you don't use it, you lose it. Walking is the best thing or one of the best things you can do for yourself. All right. There's even research that says people who have higher vitamin D levels, they fall less. Well, where do you get vitamin D? From the sun. Right. So, and we live in Southwest Florida. There's no reason that you can't get up in the morning and go for a little walk, right? So how far should you go? Well, that depends. I would say aim, a good healthy adult, man or woman, aim for 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. It's a good target. If you land on 5, you still walked quite a bit, okay? That's going to keep your leg strength up. It's also going to do a great deal of good to your cardiovascular system too, okay? So, any questions? Nope. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our left leg out in front of us, so you may have to move to the edge of your seat there. Going to let that heel rest on the ground. We're going to take both hands and we're going to reach for our toes. So it's okay if your knees bent. We're going to just reach forward and stretch. Very good. Good, good. The benefit of waiting this long to stretch is our core temperatures are warmer, making our bodies, our muscles a little more pliable. You feel more pliable?
I feel like something's going to snap.
And relax. We're going to come up, brief pause. We're going to do that one more time, okay? I want you to try to reach a little bit further this time. Ready? And down. Try to go just a little further. There you go. Good. Wow. There's a lot of folks getting down to their toes. Holy moly.
No way.
Yeah. Go, gadget arm. 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Let's rotate. All right. Now we're going to stick the right leg out there, or maybe some of you the other leg. And taking both hands and we're down. Good. Same thing. Again, it's okay if your knee's bent. Holding steady, breathe normal. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Pause for a second. Ready, and down. Same thing. Trying to reach just a little bit further if you can. Very good. Good, good. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. We're going to slide back in that chair a little bit, maybe somewhere in the middle. Feet are going to be chair leg width apart. We're going to take both hands. We're going to go down to the ground. Once we get there, we're going to push forward, okay? And down, going as far as you can, and then we're going to push forward. Please don't fall out of your chair. That's it. Hey, listen, nobody would have ever thought you needed to tell people not to eat Tide Pods, but... And we're up. Remember that? Going up. Interlock those fingers. Thank you, Steve. Pushing back. Biceps by our ears. Shoulders down. Head back. And down. Down to the ground. Pushing forward. And we're up. Again, arms coming up. Interlocking those fingers. Good. Palms to the sky. Push back. Good. Try to keep your back off the back of the chair there if you can. Good. Good. And down. That's it. And push forward. Guys, this is something you can do if you're sitting, taking a break, or watching TV. And we're up. Watching Family Feud. Push back. Core tight. Shoulders down. Good. Last one, and we're down, going forward. And up. Good. Push, push. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Rest. If you have hip replacements, I'm going to let you make the call on this exercise. I've had people tell me their surgeon told them it's okay if they do this, so I'm going to let you make the call. If you do have hip replacements, choose not to do this. We're just going to go down the ground instead of going forward. You're going to go underneath your chair, all right? Still going to the same verbal cues we're given. We're going to take that right ankle and put it on our left knee. Right ankle on the left knee. We're going to take both hands in front of us, thumbs to the sky, and lean forward. Very good. You're going to feel that pull back there in your glute. This is another exercise, guys, I would strongly encourage you to do daily. You're going to hold this for 15, 20 seconds. If you've ever had any experience with sciatica, chances are you've done this in physical therapy. But they don't tell you about the second exercise you need to do, but I will. I'll show you in just a second. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to do the other side here. It's common to be tighter on one side than another, so don't panic. There's nothing wrong with you. And reach, at least physically. Good, good. Holding steady, breathing normal. 3, 2, 1. So, what is the second exercise? We're not going to do this, guys. This is just for your information, FYI. If you ever have a trivia question, you can answer it now. You want to open the hips up, all right? So what we're doing is that's a piriformis stretch. The piriformis runs between your upper trochanter and the femur and connects to the pelvic floor, controls abduction and adduction. So, the other exercise is a hip flexor stretch. And so what we do is just transfer the majority of my weight to my front foot, and I'm going to push my shoulders back. Imagine you have a headlight in your chest and you're going to illuminate the ceiling, and you'll feel that pull in your hip there, okay? So just FYI, sitting back in your chair even further, back away from the chair, all right? We're not going to rest our backs on the chair. You're going to take your right hand and hold underneath that chair. Left hand is going to go across the stomach. And you guys are going to lean and look to the left. And what we're doing here is we're stretching our neck and our arm. You'll feel it in your shoulder. So really lean. You should be leaning so far that if you let go with your right hand, you'll fall out of your chair. You're going to look up and you're going to look down. You're going to find where you feel that stretch the most and hold. And again, it could be, you could feel it in your neck, guys, maybe all the way up to your ear. Could feel it in your shoulder, could feel it in your biceps. It just depends on what is the tightest in that synergy. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now let's just flip it. Left hand under the chair, right hand across the stomach, leaning and looking to the right this time. Again, leaning far enough that if you were to let go, you would fall. Looking up. Looking down, doing a bit of exploring. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, let's take a break, grab some water. When we come back, we'll be in our balance pillar, all right? Very good. Any questions? No? How are we feeling? Good? Okay. All right. So while you guys take a break, there is considerable effort that went into putting this program together, lots of research. There's a reason why the balance pillar is at the end. Those that come to class, you've heard me talk about this a bit. You have a chemical in your brain that is available now that is going to help you make memories, right? In 2007, German researchers discovered those who would participate in exercise prior to a word memorization game were able to learn up to 20% more words than those who did not. 1955, we learned the brain was malleable. Research on some mice finished at Yale University. They discovered when they started, when the experiment had ended, they raided the brains of mice who socialized with humans and who ran on a wheel, okay, unincentivized. Their brains were larger and weighed more than those who were the placebo group. Placebo group just were in a big old cage and did mice things. Now, they found that the hippocampus is actually what part of the brain grew. That's where our learning is done. Okay? So now in that part of the brain, we have a chemical called BDNF. Acronym for a big long word. We're going to leave it at that. But researchers discovered that BDNF is present during novel events. Okay? What's a novel event? Well, think about your memories. Funerals, weddings, marriages, first kisses. These big moments in our life. And so what happens is when you start learning a foreign language or you're learning a salsa step, cells in the brain start to accumulate. And the more you do it, the more cells accumulate. And that becomes a memory. But that's not a novel event, right? The benefit of doing exercise, as I discussed earlier in the research, right? The mice exercised and socialized. What are we doing here? Exercising and socializing, right? So now that chemical is available. Why is that important to us now, here? Because we're fixing to memorize our body positioning and where we need to be throughout these different positions in these proprioceptively enriched environments. Our bodies are going to need to memorize where our thresholds are. Oh, too far forward. Up, too far back. Really too far back. But what that's going to help us do is recall. Now, similar to learning a foreign language, similar to learning salsa, you've got to do it every day. You can't learn one word a week and expect to be fluent in a language, right? So you have to do something every day. Golden rule, never let more than 2 days pass without doing something. Treat your balance like a language, okay? Falls are not a natural part of aging. They're not. So don't let anyone tell you that they are. With that being said, no questions. Let's stand. Let's go behind our chair. Let's get into this balance stuff. We're gonna stand on our heads today, ladies and gentlemen. If we can do that, I'm taking this show on the road, huh? Let's turn. We're going to face the wall here. First thing we're going to do is easy peasy. Do this quite often. This is a great exercise not only to strengthen the hip, but to improve our balance. We're going to do a leg lateral, okay? Once that foot comes in the air, try not to put it back down on the ground. We're going to do 15 repetitions, and then we'll turn and we'll do the other side. If you can, you're going to try to use 1 or 2 fingers. It's okay to hold on, all right? I'd rather you hold on versus putting the foot down over and over again to regain your balance. But take your time. We're not going to rush it. We're going to control the movement. We're not going to let the movement control us, okay? Find your focal point. Shift your weight to your right foot. Bring that left foot up into the air. And let's begin. We're going to move it out and in. And 2, be methodical. 3, core tight. And 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, eyes up, 9, and 10. Can you work to 1 or 2 fingers? 11, there you go. And 12, even if you have to cut the distance. 13, that your foot is moving. 14, 15. Excellent. Let's turn. We're going to face the opposite direction, doing the same thing. Ready? Shifting our weight. Locating our focal point, right foot in the air, and let's begin. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, 10, eyes up, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Well done. We're going to step up our game a little bit. Let's turn back the other direction. Balance begins in the joints, so we're going to spend a lot of time strengthening and stabilizing those joints. The hips in this particular case. We're going to bring our left leg up into the air. This thigh is going to stay parallel to the ground. Okay? Now, from here, I'm going to extend that leg out, pulling the toes back, flex the quads, hold, 1, 2, and then back in. And 3, and 2, sorry. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, there you go. 4, 1, 2, nice and tall, core tight. 5, 1, 2, that's it. 6, 1, 2, 2 more. 7, 1, 2, last one, 8, 1, 2. Whew, that one usually gets some faces. Let's turn. Same thing, nice and tall, find your focal point. Let's shift our weight to the left foot. Let's bring the right foot up into the air this time. Ready? And begin. Extend it out, pull back, 1, 2, and return to start position. And 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, nice and tall, 5, core tight, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, last one, 8, 1, 2, rest. Whew. We're having fun now. You'll feel that in your glute, your quad, lot of value there. 100 pennies on the dollar is what we call that. Turning, facing the opposite way. We have 2 more exercises and then we're done. What we're going to do here is a 2-point touch. What I want is a touch to the outside and a touch to the front. Be careful not to transfer weight. It's just a light touch like the top of an eggshell, okay? And we're moving slowly. We want to eliminate momentum, all right? So nice and tall, shoulders back, locating the focal point. We're shifting our weight to the right foot. The left foot, we're going to point the toes out to the side. Ready? And now move to the front in front of our right foot, tapping with the toe, and back to the side. Perfect. And 2 to the front and back. 3 to the front, 1001 and back. 4, core tight and return. 5, Good. And 6. Eyes up. 7. And 8. 9. 10. I'm going to do 2 more. 11. And 12. And relax. Rotate. Turn and facing the other direction. Okay. Finding the focal point. Shifting our weight to the left foot this time. Right foot starting at the side. Pointing those toes, tapping the ground. We're going to move to the front. 1001. And then return to the side. And 2. Good. Nice and smooth. 3, not rushing it. And 4. And 5. 6. And 7. 8. 9. Good. And 10. 11. Last one, 12. And rest. Okay, you heard me mention in the beginning of class the study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine about being able to stand on one foot for 10 seconds. Our assessments are 15 seconds. So here, we always finish class by standing on one foot for 60 seconds. Okay? It's okay if you hold on. I would prefer you to hold on versus constantly putting your foot back to the ground, okay? What we're trying to do is build neural patterns here. Secondly, if you feel more comfortable facing forward like this and balancing on one foot, that's fine. Make it work for you. I'm going to give the verbal cue to turn, so if you want to face forward, just ignore that cue, all right, as we move through these final exercises, okay? Ready? We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. Clear your minds. I know it's not quite lunchtime, but maybe it's brunch time. Don't think about brunch. Think about this single leg balance. Locate your focal point. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Don't lock the knee. Core tight, shoulders back. Bringing the left foot up into the air. Time begins now. 60 seconds on our right foot. Good. Core tight, shoulders back. Focused on that focal point. Good. 20 seconds. 30. 40. Now, for those of you that want to use the last 10 seconds to challenge yourself, the last 10 seconds begins now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, let's turn. Very good. Again, deep breath. Yeah, if you want to stay forward, stay forward. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth again. Clear your minds. Find your focal point. Shifting our weight to the left foot this time. Bringing the right foot up into the air. And time begins now. 60 seconds on the left foot. Don't lock your knee. Good. Chest up, chin up. That's it. $20 seconds. 30. 40. Good, good. Hang in there. Those of you wanting to challenge yourself, the last 10 seconds begins now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. Have a seat. Very good. Very good. Okay. 2 minutes late. Thank you for being patient with me this morning. It's been a busy season for me, so I do have people before you guys. So I'm hustling trying to get here. I had a late start, but anyways, we'll remedy that. Any questions? Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you showed us all this stuff. We're going to come back next week. We should be doing it between times.
Oh, you jumped the gun.
All right.
Let me give you your homework. So, when we do homework, I always like to give exercises we've done in class so you're familiar with them, okay? So, how many of you sit at the house all the time? Raise your hands. Okay. I want you guys, when you sit this entire weekend, moving into next week until you see me again on Friday, I want you to sit down in slow motion, all right? So, feet need to be at least shoulder width apart. Bottom goes out. I want you to think of your waist as being the top of a bucket full of water. I want you to dump the water out, okay? Don't round your shoulders, strong back, pinching your shoulder blades together. Going down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Think about how many repetitions you will gain if you do that every time you sit down. Now, let me offer you another challenge. What if you do it twice? Sit down once and then again. You've just doubled the amount of repetitions that you're able to complete. The more deposits in the muscle credit union, the bigger and better the dividends, okay? Don't let more than 2 days pass without doing something. If you have the motivation and the inspiration along with the discipline, it shouldn't take you more than 1% of your time in a week to complete these exercises if you do them alone, right? In other words, along with sitting down every day, and set aside literally 3 minutes. That's all it takes. Do this. In class, we did 8 repetitions. At home, you could do anywhere from 8 to 12. Now, that's for our leg strength. Leg strength is gold. Balance, okay? Very important. Balance, what we're going to do is we're just going to do the leg laterals, okay? So find a counter. Find something you can hold on to. If you're that talented, you could do this while you brush your teeth. All right? Spit your gum out. And we do that sometimes. Maybe we'll do that too in class next week. We'll do that neural pattern exercise. But for you guys this week, just worry about doing the leg lateral, completing the leg lateral, okay? Do your sit slows first. Hop up and do the leg laterals. You want to do, in class we did 15, so at home you could do anywhere between 12 and 20. Okay? You get out of it what you put into it. If you forget, can't remember your homework, this is very important. Go to mybalanceuniversity.com. mybalanceuniversity.com. Roll down the page just a little bit, and you'll see a red and green banner. Those are my media channels that have all the videos of classes, of lectures, but they also have a fall prevention homework series. There's 15 episodes. It's 2 exercises in 2 minutes. The website is a great resource for you guys. You can download checklists from the National Council on Aging, such as how to fall proof your home. You can download that, print it out, take it, go through your house and fall proof your home. Okay, great resource for you. We also have Balance University books available. Okay, they have, oh, that's the master key, don't look. All right, you can set it on the table, read them. They make great Mother's Day gifts. All right, for those of you looking for those last day gifts, those of you new to class, that's a running joke here. Whatever holiday's next, that's what the book is going to be offered for. And then books available if you'd like, and then I'll hang out after class if you have any questions. Other than that, you guys, thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. Remember your homework and make somebody smile, all right? Adios.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Well done. I have them right here. One and only. Yes, sir.
Cash?
I can do cash. I can do credit card. I have them down in my car
Okay,
because I was in such a hurry. So I'll run down and grab it.
okay.
Pay you, then you're gonna leave.
Yes.
We assume you're coming back.
I am coming back. Yes, sir. Yeah, let me run down there right now and I'll grab it.
Oh, good, we don't have to pay you.